You were born into a family that was well off, and now you're worth something north of $200 million. What do you say to a single mother who thinks, he doesn't know me? Or to a guy who's 50 years old and hasn't had a job in a year and a half and thinks, he can't relate to me?
You know, I grew up in a home where a mom and a dad taught us some extraordinary lessons. I got a perspective on how my dad was able to handle tough situations, and then I, through my life, was able to have the experience of working in settings that required a real turnaround, an uphill battle. And I've learned some of the things that I believe can help get America strong again and help the people of America.
You talk about cutting taxes and balancing the budget. Well, to do that, you must be anticipating hundreds of billions of dollars worth of cuts in the federal budget, and I wonder, what would you cut?
Well, actually, the right way to balance a budget really has two prongs. One is to do those things that encourage the growth of the economy. So you do things to get small businesses growing and adding jobs. But you also go through and say which are those things that you should take out of the budget that no longer are essential. The easiest for me to knock out is Obamacare. It's about $100 billion a year. We simply can't afford it. But there are other subsidies that I think you're going to find that we take out.
Give me one.
Well, the subsidy for PBS, the subsidy for Amtrak, the subsidy for the National Endowment for the Arts, the subsidy for the National Endowment for the Humanities.
Those are pretty small bore, Governor. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars that you would need. We're talking Defense Department.
I'll keep going then. Let's keep going. Another $100 billion a year comes by taking Medicaid, which is the health care program for the poor, as well as food stamps and housing vouchers, and sending those back to the states and growing them at the rate of inflation, or inflation plus 1% in the case of Medicaid. And I think states can do a better job managing those efforts than can the federal government.